Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel and thank you for clicking on the video. Today we're going over Yareli and why she is actually very good right now and you should actually be playing her. So let's talk about the build. The first thing you're going to notice is that I haven't subsumed anything on Yareli, and that's because if you're riding her K drive, you will not be able to cast any ability that isn't already a part of her kit. The reason being is apparently DE says it's too hard to code every single subsume ability and have that sort of animation work on top of her K drive, so they just said we're not going to do it. So that's it. So I personally don't want to be getting off of it and on it all the time, even though it does come with some iframes. I just don't think it's really that important because her kit is actually really good, and that's what we're using for this build. Now, first I want to talk about the augment. Now, this augment is for her too, but it relies on her 1 to work. So whenever you kill something that's entrapped with the sea snares, you're going to be healing your K drive as well as increasing your secondary fire rate and reload speed. Now, the reload speed isn't important because we're actually using the OcuCore, which, due to its unique trait, as long as you're killing things, it will automatically reload itself. And due to this recent Nightwave's Sentient Surge augment, which you unlock at level 9, you're going to be giving yourself increased to status and crit chance for every tendril you have, up to 4. So it adds up pretty quickly. I'm also utilizing Cascadia Flare for extra damage, and the Riven I have is just heat and crit chance. If you don't have a Riven, just throw primed heated charge. No big deal. Now back to the build. We are actually using Pistol Amp for the Aura slot because we are strictly just using her secondary while we're riding her K drive, and you'll notice that all of her stats are pretty balanced. That's because we're getting all of our damage again from her pistol and not anything in particular here. Now, her Aqua Blades can do some pretty nice damage if you build up for it, and we are actually using Aqua Blades to pretty much murk the Acolyte that will spawn if you're using this in Steel Path, and that's thanks to the Surging Blade augment. And the way this works is you can build up the Aqua Blade slash damage if it's rotating around her. However, it will not do that increased damage while it's rotating around her. You will have to actually cast it towards the enemy and deal that damage. Now, the duration is about a minute, 70 seconds, so you're going to have plenty of time to actually build that up and use it around if you want. However, like I said, due to the OcuCore, you are just going to be melting things so fast, never reloading, and just vibing in the mission due to the OcuCore and her passive and Miralina and everything involved. You'll see that in the gameplay because I actually went into a Steel Path incursion mission just to showcase it. Now, I think that Yareli really succeeds inside of infested missions. I would not take her in any sort of armored enemy type missions. Like I said, she does not have an armor strip, and unless you're throwing corrosive on the weapon, I just don't think it's really worth it, especially when you see the gameplay of how well she does against infested with the OcuCore. It's really easy to just chill, vibe, get some XP, get some loot, and get out. I wouldn't use this for any sort of endurance run. This is a build that I would use if you're just trying to chill out in a mission solo. I would say probably do this solo. And like I said, you'll see the gameplay as far as why it's so cool and relaxed. I was honestly watching YouTube while I was doing the mission, so you'll see here in a second. But for the arcanes, again, for secondary damage, and then Arcane Avenger, you're going to have some really nice orange crits with the OcuCore. Of course, I do have a Riven, but even without it, your crit chance is going to be really nice thanks to the passive and Arcane Avenger. Prime Flow, just in case if you plan on spamming the abilities, like I said, you really only need to pop your 1 and your 3. The Riptide is nice if you're trying to group enemies up, because if you group them up and then pop your sea snares, then you're just doing a lot of damage, thanks to the sea snares damage vulnerability, which even at only 144% strength, it's at 244% damage vulnerability for those enemies, and it lasts a good amount of time, and the range is huge. So You'll notice I don't even have anything here. Now, you don't really need prime sure-footed because you will be on her K drive. If you were to put something in there, I would maybe suggest even more range or even preparation, just so you can spawn with more energy, so you can just start the mission and start vibing real quick. Adaptation is nice. Now you do have a lot of DR. It's just a flat 90% while you're riding this thing. So as long as you're hitting your one and killing enemies thanks to this augment, you shouldn't have any issues with survivability. You'll notice I'm not shield getting. I don't have Umbral Vitality. I don't have anything. And I went into that mission at level 1 and never struggled, not even against the Acolyte. So this is the build. This is the build for the Occucore. Now, for some reason, if you do get an Acolyte situation where you need help, I suggest the Glaive Prime and just throw that at them like 3 or 4 times and then let them die to slash. You'll notice too that I don't have any Archon shards. She doesn't need it. That's the build. Check out the gameplay. And that brings us to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Again, I'm just going to kind of show off the fashion in case anyone was interested about what I was running. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. I upload Warframe content pretty regularly, and in fact I've been doing some polls recently where I've done some community voted videos. So if you're into that sort of thing and you're interested in maybe requesting a certain video, you may get picked. So leave a comment down below if you're interested in that, and be sure to check out some of my other content on my channel already. The next video is actually going to be Ember, and I should have that up later this week, if not this weekend. And after that, I will do one more poll, and that poll will have 3 more videos that you guys can vote for, and I will make them. So once again, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.